Welcome to a new video. I have a rare model here for you. So this model is a fairly new addition to my Ayrton Senna 118 collection. It is a rare one, as I say. It is the Minichamps version in 118 scale diecast of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So the first race of 1994, Ayrton had pole position at the Brazilian Grand Prix, a thrilling battle with Michael Schumacher and the Benetton. They battled for the race, and at the last stint, Schumacher jumped Senna in the pits, and Senna was driving too hard in the last stint of the race, and at the last corner, he spun out on the exit. And there's a very famous scene of him walking up the hill and droves of tens of thousands of Brazilian fans leaving the racetrack. So a very iconic race, and sadly Senna's last ever Brazilian Grand Prix. And I have all four Williams FW16s now from the Minichamps Senna collection of 118. First of all, it's the Paul Ricard test version, then the Brazil GP, then the Pacific GP mid-wing version, then the Imola version. So yeah, it's nice to have all four models in the collection now. And especially when it's Senna's last few races, so that was really cool. Anyway, what I'll do, I will show you around the diecast. So for those that do not know, this is the newer release from Minichamps. It's the retooled version. They originally just made the Imola version 20 years ago and it wasn't very well detailed. Whereas this is the retooled version, which has got a lot of detail on it. So yeah, a really nice model there. What it has is obviously a TV camera, photo etch parts on the seatbelt, better helmet detail, more realistic design really. It came with the Rothmans decals applied. And it has photo etch detailing on the fuel filler nozzle there, which I really like. I like these details here. Then you've got the red diffuser. So a carbon fibre weave detail on the rear wing there as well. As I showed you earlier, this is obviously the box. So there it is, a really quick, close up kind of show you around the model kind of thing. I won't go too into detail because I've reviewed all the Senna, can't talk there. I've reviewed all the Senna Minichamps models from the 118 collection, so it's very much the same. All the models are very similar, but what's cool about this model is, as I've mentioned, it's not the basic version from 21, 22 years ago. It's aged. This is the retooled version that came out a few years ago. The Imola version is probably the most common now, and the midway version for the Pacific GP was recently relaunched as well last year. This is the Brazilian GP version, which has not been re-released. It probably won't be re-released. It's from a Minichamps batch a few years ago, so it was a rare find. I saw it a couple of years ago and didn't buy it, and then I'm glad I finally bought one. So basically my 118 Senna collection is pretty much complete. So yeah, really nice to have basically completed the 118 collection. There's only one model missing from my collection at the moment, and that's the 1987 McLaren that Senna tested. I've just found the 83 McLaren test car, which is on the way to me, which I'll be reviewing very shortly. But I've got a few cars that I've purchased in the Senna collection, which I haven't reviewed yet. I've also got the 93 kart from Bercy when Senna beat Prost famously. You can see the clips on YouTube of that kart race in late 93. That was really cool. And I've also got the taxi from Imola when Monza, where Nakajima gave Senna a lift back in the 87 Lotus there on the slow down lap. So yeah, a few more models to review, which I'll do very shortly. And thought I would just open up the box and show you around the model a little bit.